Do not settle for what makes you smaller. Listen, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans chapter 12, verse 2. Here's the code. God did not start the change outside. He started inside. Every real turning point is born in thought. When the mind changes, life follows. 1. The first secret. The mind as altar and workshop. Romans chapter 12, verse 2 reveals a principle of creation. The world wants to shape you from the outside. God transforms from the inside out. Renewing the mind is not repainting an old wall. It is tearing down the old house and raising a new foundation. Ask yourself, which thoughts have you allowed to live there? What you think on continually you become. For as he thinks in his heart, so is he. Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7. The mind is fertile soil. If you plant doubt, you reap paralysis. If you plant faith, you reap movement. If you plant fear, you reap limits. If you plant purpose, you reap destiny. Today, before heaven, decide to change the seed. 2. The second secret. The battlefield is the mind. Nothing can stop you on the outside if you do not surrender on the inside. The enemy does not need to knock you down when he manages to distract you. Paul was direct, bringing every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 5. Thoughts arrive like arrows, some of light, others of shadow. Not every thought that appears is yours. You decide what comes in and what goes out. When fear says, you cannot, answer with the word, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. When guilt tries to paralyze you, declare, there is therefore now no condemnation to those who are in Christ Jesus. Romans chapter 8, verse 1. To take thoughts captive is this: replace lies with promise, suggestion with conviction, noise with direction. 3. The third secret. Focus that brings peace. You will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, because he trusts in you. Isaiah chapter 26, verse 3. Peace is not the absence of problems. It is the presence of focus. A steady mind is not a hard mind. It is an anchored mind. The wind comes, but the anchor holds. A loose mind is a leaf at the mercy of time. A mind grounded in God becomes a root in good soil. Note this: when your mind is focused on the eternal, the temporary loses the power to throw you off balance. Chaos may shout outside. Inside, you remain whole. 4. The fourth secret. The biblical programming of prosperity. This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate in it day and night. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success. Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. God did not say, run more. He said, meditate better. Before it is material, prosperity is mental. To meditate is to reprogram, read, repeat, chew, live. At first, it is effort. Then, it becomes identity. Napoleon Hill, studying men who built empires, summarized, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. The Bible said this millennia earlier: conceive by the word, believe with the heart, act with discipline, and the path opens. 5. The fifth secret. Identity that drives out fear. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. Fear is not your origin, it is interference. What did God give? Power to act, love to balance, sound mind to decide. Fear paralyzes, faith moves. Fear sees walls, faith sees doors. When anxiety comes, return to identity. I have power, action, love, balance. and a sound mind, clarity. Repeat it until your body believes. The mind obeys what you affirm with consistency. 6. The sixth secret, faith that operates as a law of creation. All things are possible to him who believes. Mark chapter 9, verse 23. Faith is not fantasy. It is mental and spiritual direction. It is living as if it were already done, because it is finished in the heart. Doubt asks. Faith gives thanks. Doubt waits for a sign. Faith creates the sign. When you truly believe, your focus shifts, your body responds, your steps align, and opportunities begin to recognize your voice. Jesus did not say almost everything. He said all things. Faith is the language of creation. 7. The seventh secret, curation of thought. Whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, meditate on these things. Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. The mind is a radio. You choose the frequency. Gratitude lifts. Complaint lowers. Generosity expands. Jealousy narrows. Train this. When you notice negativity, change the channel. List reasons to give thanks. Thank God before the miracle. Gratitude is the atmosphere where faith breathes. What you repeat, you strengthen. What you focus on grows. The foundation of everything, thinking like Christ, but we have the mind of Christ. 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 16. Paul did not say we will have. He said we have. In you there is a consciousness higher than survival, ego, and old patterns. The mind of Christ is calm in the storm, firm in injustice, free from human approval, precise in compassion, and powerful in speech. The question is not, do I have it? It is, do I access it? Access is formed with focus, the Word, faith, and daily practice. The more you feed this mind, the less space remains for old voices. The subtle law of reflection. Your mind is a mirror between the invisible and the visible. What you reflect inside, sooner or later appears outside. That is why Romans chapter 12, verse 2, and Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7 complete each other. To renew is to change filters, adjust focus, reposition lenses. You are not trapped by circumstances. You are trapped by interpretations. Change your thinking, and you change your reading. Change your reading, and you change your steps. Change your steps, and you change your scenery. Daily practice. 5 simple steps. 1. Immediate replacement. Identified a thought that weakens you? Take it captive. Trade it for a specific promise. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 5. 2. Trained trust. Declare Isaiah chapter 26, verse 3, when you wake up and before you sleep. My mind is stayed on the Lord, therefore I live in perfect peace. 3. Functional meditation. 10 to 15 minutes in Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. Read. Write down one practical decision. Execute it the same day. 4. Spoken identity. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7 out loud. Power, love, sound mind. 3 deep breaths, relaxed shoulders, posture of victory. 5. Active curation. Choose 3 guiding words for the day. For example, focus, kindness, courage. At night, review how you lived them. When the hit comes, it will hurt sometimes. Doors will close. People will doubt. On those days, go back to what does not change. You keep me in perfect peace when my mind is stayed on you. Isaiah chapter 26, verse 3. Use the hit as a trigger for focus. What looked like a wall becomes a laboratory of maturity. What looked like delay becomes protection. What looked like loss becomes pruning. And every pruning prepares the tree to bear more fruit. One crucial adjustment: purpose. Biblical prosperity is not piling up for the sake of piling up. It is maturity, service, justice, peace, and joy. Money is a tool, not a god. A renewed mind attracts resources because it knows where to take them. It honors little and multiplies much. It works with diligence, studies with consistency, serves with generosity. Then you will make your way prosperous. Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. The way prospers when the mind is on the right route. How to think big without losing yourself. Thinking big is not inflating the ego. It is expanding the mission. Those who think big think of serving big, loving big, building big. That demands disciplined thinking. Philippians chapter 4, verse 8 is not poetry. It is athlete-level training. Cut mental trash. Feed your mind with the word, wisdom, and good ideas. Hill spoke of the mastermind, an alliance of minds that rise together. Select content, people, and environments that raise your standard. What almost no one tells you: the enemy does not need to stop you. He only wants to make you doubt. If he steals your focus, your body follows. That is why the war is silent, the attack is subtle, and the defense is daily. Do not negotiate your mind. Do not outsource your curation. Do not postpone practice. With every thought you tame, you advance. With every word you elevate, you grow stronger. With every act of faith, you rewrite your own story. Growing to the summit, now close your eyes and declare, I choose to renew my mind. See today being cleansed and tomorrow opening. See habits exchanged, words filtered, environments adjusted. See yourself walking with posture, speaking with precision, loving with depth, serving with joy. Feel your body respond. Broader breathing, free shoulders, steady gaze. This is renewal happening now. Your time to act has come. From today on, 10 minutes in the Word before the first notification. One promise per day in your mouth, in your pocket, and on paper, or on the screen. One practical step per promise. Today, not tomorrow. One honest review at night. What I thought, what I spoke, what I will adjust. One public thanksgiving. Gratitude is the magnet of abundance. Final invitation at the peak. If this word lit something inside you, do 3 things now and help spread this movement of renewed minds. 1. Like this video and subscribe to the channel Top 5 Voices of Wisdom. Here we train the mind every day. 2. Share it with someone who needs to remember who they are and what they carry. 3. Comment with faith and conviction. The new miracle is already happening in me, and I choose to plant thoughts of victory. Write it as a decree. When you declare, heaven confirms. Remember, this is not magic. It is principle. Renew your mind. Align your faith. Honor the Word, act with discipline, and watch God transform you from the inside out. While the world runs, you remain. While others make excuses, you reap results. While many only react, you create. As you think in your heart, so you are. Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7. So imagine with God, and live what He has already written for you.